dads need supercars. It's just a fact of life. In my life, the super-est of supercars was always the McLaren F1. For the young folks out there wondering if this car was mid, I assure you the only thing mid about the F1 was the seating position. Yes, the driver sat in the middle of the car. In 1998, it became the world's fastest production car with a top speed of 240 miles per hour. Now, nearly 3 decades later, I found myself with the keys to the brand new 2025 McLaren Artura Spider, a supercar that's also a plug-in hybrid. It has butterfly doors, a 690 horsepower twin-turbo mid-engine V6, and the top drops in 11 seconds, which is quicker than explaining to your accountant why you're selling the house. But can a $325,000 as-tested grocery getter live up to your dad life? Well, it's sort of the same color as a bus, it has one cup holder, and it's a hybrid, so you can show your kids you care about their future environment. So yeah, Dad would drive the 2025 McLaren Artura Spider. The butterfly effect, the exterior feature that the whole neighborhood wants to see. Let's assume you don't work at NASA or majored in drag coefficients, and make it easy. The sleek, rounded, head-snapping shape of the Artura Spider came directly from the minds and calculators of those very, very smart people. Every father with a dad bod knows, form follows function, and the Artura Spider is a perfect example of that principle. The heat exchangers and breathers are all over, the grille, on the side by the doors, and on the deck lid. They pull in as much air to the rear-mounted twin-turbo V6 as possible. The curvy grille, headlights shaped like the McLaren logo, swoopy wheel arches, a wide and flat stance, and the flying buttresses just behind the B-pillar are designed to support the performance. Add to the mix the one-piece carbon fiber chassis, and you have a bathtub with a rocket on the back. Thankfully, the Brits in Woking have an eye to turn those functional pieces into gorgeous automotive art. Name another piece of automotive design as gloriously functional as those flying buttresses. The base model McLaren Artura Spider, which sounds like saying base model Malibu Mansion, cost $273,800. But no one does base in the supercar world. So this tester came with about $50,000 in options. That cash bought some gloss black 10-spoke wheels, black calipers, black pack, stealth badge, sports exhaust, and this noteworth $5,500 Elite Ventura orange paint job. Even your paint is elite, but no matter what paint you toss on this thing, it's a special piece of machinery and the exterior instantly communicates that. Sure, there are more exotic-looking, over-the-top, in-your-face examples within that $300,000 supercar category, like the Lamborghini Huracan Evo, but not many that garner the appreciation of peers and plebeians alike. On a number of occasions, I'd drive by and people would stop in their tracks. Granted, I was rolling on EV power, so it wasn't the infectious sounds of fleeing the sports exhaust, snapping necks and snapping pics. It was the looks. If I had sold McLaren-branded popsicles out of the Artura's small frunk, I could have paid cash for one. Even in traffic doing a paltry 55 miles per hour, I had a guy in a new VW Golf R give me a thumbs up. Then a guy in a 911 Turbo pulled up and checked me out as well. And the neighborhood kids flocked. If I had sold McLaren-branded popsicles out of the Artura's small frunk, I could have paid cash for one. And the pinnacle of dad life, the priceless story of my middle school daughter wanting me to take her to school in it, pop the butterfly door, and find out that as she headed into class, have her friends flock to her and asked about the car. Daddy-daughter bonding time isn't priceless. It's $325,258. Drop the top, crush the pedal, and LFG. But just looking at the 2025 McLaren Artura Spider is like watching the trailer to the movie. It's got some goodies, and you know it's going to be an awesome ride, but driving one is pure enjoyment. And with my dad hat on, 5-panel or bucket, I drop the top. Now let me just stop you right there, young man. You are about to decry. It's a convertible, so there's a performance compromise. And on a lesser car, I would agree with you. But McLaren lets you have your tea and crumpets, thanks to the single-piece carbon fiber tub. By having this one large tub that the rest of the vehicle sits on, the roofline doesn't impact the structural rigidity, drop top, or a coupe. But you aren't here to talk about how to show off your biotin-healed hair transplant blowing in the wind. You are here to find out where the local track is. I say that because you'll need to adjust your monthly budget and lawyer's retainer fee if you drive this Artura Spider on the road the way it's capable of. It hits 90 as if it were 45. The 690 horsepower 3-liter twin-turbo V6 is an animal, one you can track or ride gas-free with 21 miles of EV range. But when you remember the whole car only weighs as much as a Honda Civic, pure power. These horses transfer to the pavement thanks to an 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox. And worth noting, the Dageneers at McLaren know efficiency is key, so they deleted the reverse gear from the gearbox. The electric motor handles that because it can spin in either direction. Just make sure not to be out of battery and needing to back out of a space. Speaking of the gearbox, whoa, I can't fully convey to you how instantaneously the shifts happen. Just a quick flip of the long carbon fiber, surprise, paddle shifters, featuring the optional $1,500 stripe added, and the engine obeys this magic wand. I also loved how much detail and care went into just the paddle shifters. Not only the material and pricey stripe, but when you shift up with the right paddle, it's on a rocker, so the left side goes away from you, and vice versa. It's a steering wheel shifting seesaw setup. It's as seamless a shift as when Dad slips into and out of the room to turn off the baby's nightlight. And the performance layout for the driver goes beyond the paddles. To the upper right behind the steering wheel are the drive mode setups, and to the left are the traction levels. You reach both toggles while your hands are still on the wheel. Of course, the low, wide, and flat design makes the Artura feel like it's on rails. Even the 2025 BMW M3 Competition I reviewed a few weeks before felt like a floaty minivan compared to this compact powerhouse. The brakes, too, must be mentioned as the enormous cross-drilled carbon fiber. Again, rotors bit harder than any car I've driven this year. But it wasn't annoying. It didn't slosh my tea or send the passenger into stomach cramps. Just brilliant.